Good evening and welcome to MBN TV News. My name is Na Dede Gogo. We begin tonight with the major stories making headlines both locally and internationally. Moving on to the major headlines. Stay with us.
Ghana eyes full vaccine financing by 2030. In business, global partners back Ghana's industrial reset. On the international front, Trump says U.S.-Iran ceasefire still holds after clash in the Strait of Hormuz.
You can watch us on all our social media platforms at MBN 360. We have the details of these stories and more. Now the news in detail. Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, is urging Ghanaians to embrace innovation and efficiency as the key drivers of national development. He made the call at the launch of this year's Productivity Week celebration.
Mr. Bagbin emphasized that improving productivity is critical to addressing the country's economic challenges and enhancing competitiveness on a global stage. He noted Ghana cannot achieve sustainable growth without a deliberate focus on doing things better, faster, and more efficient. Mr. Bagbin also stressed the importance of accountability and performance monitoring in public service delivery, noting that innovation must be matched with discipline and results. Productivity Week is an annual initiative aimed at promoting a culture of high performance and continuous improvement in workplaces across the country. This year's celebration is expected to feature stakeholders' engagement, training section, and public education campaigns focused on boosting efficiency and national output. The speaker expressed optimism that with the right policies and commitment, Ghana can unlock higher productivity levels and accelerate its path to economic transformation.
Government says Ghana is on a course to fully fund its national vaccine program by 2030 as part of efforts to strengthen health security and reduce resilience on door supports.
Government has announced plans to achieve full domestic financing of vaccines by the year 2030, marking a major step towards strengthening Ghana's healthcare system and ensuring long-term sustainability. The Health Authority says the move is part of a broader strategy to reduce dependence on external partners such as Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, which has supported Ghana's immunization programs for years. Officials explained that as Ghana transitions from donor assistance, there is an urgent need to increase budgetary allocation for vaccines and improve efficiency in procurement and distribution. The plan includes expanding domestic resources mobilization, strengthening supply chain, and investing in a local capacity to manage immunization programs effectively. Authorities also stress the importance of maintaining high vaccination coverage to prevent outbreaks of vaccine-preventable diseases. Public health experts have welcomed the initiative but cautioned that sustained political commitment and adequate funding will be critical to achieving the 2030 target. Ghana's immunization program have been credited with reducing child mortality and controlling diseases such as measles, polio, and hepatitis B. Government believes full vaccine financing would further protect these gains and ensure that no community is left behind. The announcement comes amidst renewed global focus on health systems reliance following the COVID-19 pandemic, which exposed gaps in vaccine access and distribution worldwide. Authorities say achieving vaccine independence will not only safeguard public health, but also strengthen Ghana's preparedness for future health emergencies.
Government has reiterated its commitment to transforming technical and vocational education and training at the launch of Ghana TVET Report 2026.
Government has reaffirmed its resolve to strengthen technical and vocational education and training, describing it as a key driver of job creation and industry growth. At the launch of the Ghana's TVET Report 2026, officials emphasized the need to align skills training with industry demands to address unemployment, particularly among the youth. They noted that reforms in the TVET sector are aimed at equipping learners with practical job-ready skills that meet the evolving needs of the economy. Authorities highlighted ongoing efforts to modernize training institutions, upgrade infrastructure, and expand access to technical education across the country. The reforms also focuses on improving curriculum delivery, strengthening partnership with industry, and enhancing certification system to ensure global competitiveness. Government says it remains committed to investing in the sector and creating clear career paths for young people pursuing technical and vocational training. Stakeholders at the event called for sustained funding, strong collaboration between training institutions and employers, and continuous monitoring to ensure success of the reforms. The Ghana TVET Report 2026 provides insight into progress made so far, outlines strategic priorities to position the sector as a cornerstone of a national development. Officials believe a well-functioning TVET system will play a critical role in reducing unemployment, driving Ghana's industrial transformation agenda.
Meanwhile, South Africa says it will cooperate with the African Union review into xenophobia allegations following a petition by Ghana.
The government of South Africa has pledged full cooperation with the African Union in reviving recent xenophobia claims after a formal petition was submitted by Ghana. Authorities in South Africa says they are committed to transparency and will engage constructively with the AU to address concerns over the treatment of foreign nationals within their borders. The move follows growing concerns in Ghana over an alleged attacks and harassment targeting Ghanaian nationals and other African migrants in parts of South Africa. The petition is expected to trigger a continental review process aimed at assessing the situation and recommending appropriate measures. South African officials have reiterated that xenophobia has no place in their society, adding that law enforcement agencies are working to maintain order and protect all residents regardless of nationality. The African Union is expected to engage both government and relevant stakeholders as part of its fact-finding process with the aim of promoting peace, unity, and the protection of human rights across the continent. Diplomatic observers says the development heightens the importance of regional cooperation in addressing migration-related tensions and strengthening African solidarity. Both Ghana and South Africa have a long-standing bilateral ties, and officials says dialogue remains key to resolving concerns and preventing further escalation.
Moving on, a special operations team under the Inspector General of Police has arrested 50 suspects in major anti-narcotics operations at Medina Market in Accra.
A special operation team constituted by the Inspector General of Police has carried out a major anti-narcotics raid at Medina Market in Accra, leading to the arrest of 50 suspects. Police says the operation forms part of intensified efforts to clamp down on the sale and distribution of illegal drugs in key commercial areas. The exercise targeted suspected drug peddlers operating within and around the busy market enclave. According to authorities, quantities of suspected narcotic substances were retrieved during the raid, along with other items believed to be linked to illicit drug trade activities. The suspects are currently in police custody, assisting with investigation and expected to be processed for court in the coming days. Police officials have reiterated their commitment to sustaining such intelligence-led operations to curb the drug-related crimes and improve public safety. They are also urging the public to support law enforcement efforts by volunteering information on criminal activities in their communities. The operation is part of a broader national strategy to combat narcotics trafficking and abuse, which authorities say continues to pose a threat to public health and security. Residents and traders in the area have welcomed the move, expressing hope that the sustained enforcement will help restore order and safety within the market.
The IDP Special Operations Team has arrested 50 suspects following an intelligence-led anti-narcotics operation conducted on 7th May 2026 at the Medina Market enclave in the Greater Accra region. 50 suspects comprising 46 males, 4 females were arrested during the exercise. Preliminary screening of the suspect established the following nationalities: 25 Ghanaians, 13 Nigerians, 9 Nigerians, 1 Malian, 1 Togolese, and 1 Burkinabe national. 2 of the suspects, Abigail age 26, and Mohamed Zayed, a Nigerian national, were identified as the kingpins within the criminal network. Additionally, suspects Yusuf Abubakar, age 25, and Amadou Alfani, age 43, both Nigerian nationals, were identified as shop owners engaged in the sale and distribution of narcotic substances. Items retrieved during the operation include 230 boxes of tramadol valued at 130,000 cedis, 49 boxes of wrappers valued at 26,000 cedis, 10 parcels of Indian hemp valued at 15,000 cedis, 13 boxes of crashes, mobile phones, scissors, knives, and other suspected narcotic-related materials. The estimated street value of the recovered exhibits amount to 200 Ghana cedis. All 50 suspects, together with the recovered exhibits, have been conveyed to the National Operations Department Directorate headquarters for further investigation and necessary action. The Ghana Police Service wishes to serve notice that it will continue to conduct targeted operations against the supply, distribution, and peddling of narcotic substances in markets, communities, and public spaces across the country.
Also, a contractor working on the Weija Children's Hospital project is demanding a retraction from the Health Ministry over what he describes as false claims about the project.
A contractor involved in the construction of the Weija Children's Hospital has issued a strong warning to the Ministry of Health, Ghana, demanding an immediate retraction of what it calls inaccurate statement regarding the project. The contractor insists that recent claims made by the ministry about the status and execution of the hospital project are misleading and could damage its reputation. It maintains that work on the facility has been carried out in line with agreed timelines and constructional obligation. In a formal communication, the contractor warned that failure by the ministry to retract and correct the claims could result in legal action. The dispute is the latest development surrounding the Weija Children's Hospital project, which has been under public scrutiny over concerns about delays and delivery timelines. Officials from the Ministry of Health are yet to publicly respond to the contractor's demand. However, sources indicate that engagement may be underway to resolve the matter and clarify issues surrounding the project. Observers say the situation underscores the need for transparency and effective communication between government agencies and private contractors, particularly on critical public infrastructure projects. The Weija Children's Hospital is expected to improve access to specialized pediatric care for residents in Weija and surrounding communities when completed.
We'll go for a quick break. We'll be back with business news. Stay with us.
Hi, welcome to Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth. Our serene environment and cozy rooms provides a pleasant stay. To book a room with us, call 055-5940-103 and 0241-97 2076. Locate us at Teshi Nungwa Estate, number 8 Coconut Street, directly behind A-Life Supermarket. Shiloh Guest House, where comfort meets warmth.
Welcome back from the break. In business, Ghana's inflation rate has recorded its first increase since December 2024, driven by rising fuel, rent, and utility costs.
Ghana's inflation rate has edged up for the first time in months, signaling renewed cost of living pressures on the household and businesses. Data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows that the increase is largely driven by higher transport fares linked to rising fuel prices, as well as surging accommodation and utility costs. Economists says the uptick reflects persistent structural pressures within the economy, including exchange rate challenges and energy-related costs, which continues to feed into prices of goods and services. Transport operators have already adjusted fares upwards in response to fuel prices increases, while landlords in some urban areas are also reviewing rents to reflect higher maintenance and utility expenses. The rise in utility prices, including electricity and water, has further compounded the burden on consumers, contributing to the overall increase in inflation. Despite the uptick, analysts noted that inflation levels remain below peaks recorded in previous years and urge policymakers to maintain measures aimed at stabilizing the prices. Government and the Bank of Ghana are expected to closely monitor the trend, with possible policy response focus on tightening inflation control and stabilizing the cedi. For many Ghanaians, however, the increase translates into higher daily expenses, rising concerns about affordability and economic recovery in the months ahead.
International partners have pledged strong support for Ghana's industrial transformation agenda, aimed at boosting production, jobs, and economic growth.
Global development partners have reaffirmed their commitment to supporting Ghana's industrial research as the country seeks to revitalize its productive sectors and accelerate economic recovery. At a higher level engagement, key institutions including the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund signaled readiness to provide financial and technical assistance to help drive industrial growth. The initiative focuses on strengthening local manufacturing, promoting value addition, and reducing dependence on import. It also aimed to create sustainable jobs, particularly for the youth, whilst enhancing Ghana's competitiveness in the regional and global market. Government officials say the industrial research will prioritize sectors such as agro-processing, pharmaceuticals, textiles, and light manufacturing. Plans are also underway to improve infrastructure, streamline regulation, and attract private sector investment. Development partners emphasize the importance of policy consistency, transparency, and accountability in ensuring success of the program. They also call for deeper collaboration between government and industry players. Analysts says the renewed support comes at a critical time as Ghana works to stabilize its economy and rebuild investor confidence. Authorities believe that with sustained backing from global partners and effective implementation of reforms, the industrial research could serve as a catalyst for a long-term economic transformation.
Sports news is next. Stay with us.
Hello, are you building your dream home, office, and now project? You need the best stone to make it stand out. Se ebada in papa a yebesi a wudema abo fonkwa na wubehu. Ene na enwane Flower Stone Works What I had say, you was stone type of bit to say. Sakwa cutting stones, cutting shears, crumble cutting brown, sheer granite grey, clippy cutting stones, crumble cutting black, and a breaking shears. Flower stone works delivers a durability, beauty, and style. Na yet so your boss ewe ye jumum emani dimu ankasa. I mean, one stone at a time. Wobet me afraid one mature for isu 0555 512 995. Missy and Susu Beam 0555 512 995.
Flower stone works.
Music is money.
In the world of sports, the Finance Ministry has received 8.7 million cedis in support from Stanbic Bank Ghana and 2 other institutions towards Ghana's preparations for the 2026 World Cup.
The Ministry of Finance has received a total of 8.7 million Ghana cedis from Stanbic Ghana and 2 other corporate entities to support Ghana's participation in the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026. The contribution forms part of a broader public-private partnership effort aimed at mobilizing resources to support the national team's preparation and logistics ahead of the global tournament. Officials says the funding will go towards key areas including team preparation, training, travel and accommodation as Ghana seeks to make a strong showing on the world stage. Representatives from Stanbic and other partner institutions says the gesture underscores their commitment to supporting national development through sports whilst also promoting unity and national pride. Government has welcomed the support, noting such collaborations are critical in easing the financial burden on the state whilst ensuring adequate preparation for the major international competition. Ghana is expected to intensify preparation in the coming months, with stakeholders expressing optimism about the team's prospects at the tournament. The Ghana Football Association has also assured fans that efforts are underway to ensure the Black Stars are fully prepared to compete at the highest level.
3 million Ghana cedis contributed by Stanbic Bank Ghana is being described as a structured performance-linked investment rather than just a donation, reflecting the bank's confidence in the Black Stars to progress beyond the group stage at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Stanbic Bank's contribution was not only the major support announced on Thursday at the Finance Ministry, as Omni Basic Bank also donated 250,000 Ghana cedis, while Newmont Ghana also contributed $500,000 towards the Black Stars' World Cup preparations. These latest contributions add to the initial updates previously provided by the...
Let's go for a quick break. Entertainment news is next.
MBN Jasuni from me Ejahima. Sauba MBN Jasua from 0245 88 2128. MBN Jasu coming home na yendi eja at the right place.
In the world of entertainment, Ghanaian music, Kwame Eugene says it is possible for artists to earn up to $100,000 a month from music with the right strategy and consistency.
Award-winning Ghanaian artist Kwame Eugene has stated that musicians can generate as much as $100,000 monthly if they approach the business side of music strategically. According to him, success in the music industry goes beyond talent, requiring discipline, branding, and multiple income streams. He explained that artists who diversify their revenue sources through streaming, live performance, endorsement, and digital platform stands a better chance of earning significantly. Kwame Eugene also highlighted the importance of consistency in releasing music and staying relevant in a competitive industry. He noted that building a strong fan base and maintaining visibility are key factors in sustaining high earnings. The musician encouraged upcoming artists to treat music as a serious business, invest in quality production, and leverage social media to expand their reach globally. Industry analyst says, while such earnings are achievable, they depend on scale, audience reach, and effective management, especially in markets beyond Ghana. Kwame Eugene's remarks have sparked conversation about the commercial potential of Ghanaian music industry and opportunities available to artists willing to innovate and adapt.
International news is next. Stay with us.
How would you some look fast? Mama, me again. Let's go. Yale. Me call you, ma'am. Who hear me? Me sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. Share that for me. See what we swear. She has malaria. Hey, malaria. Oh, what they say? What the Ruta? Me copy the absence. A draw in a friend Ruta mixer. Yeah, come on, let it draw. And running some calf trap and the draw crew abaso body acid. Wabo Ruta mixture abaso Ruta natural products and one Ruta mixture. Yeah, you could see a treat Ruta tonic and the Ruta life for a who a feeling like the bunny a film per dream. Let's support the immune system. Ruta de Obiasia FDA I did drinking crap to you too.
On the international front, former U.S. President Donald Trump says the ceasefire between the United States and Iran remains in place, despite a fresh exchange of fire in the Strait of Hormuz.
The U.S. President Donald Trump has insisted a ceasefire between the United States and Iran is still holding, even after a new exchange of fire in the strategic Strait of Hormuz. The comment comes after the U.S. and Iranian forces reportedly traded fire in the waterway, a key global shipping route for oil and commercial goods. Despite the confrontation, Trump maintained that a ceasefire agreement has not collapsed and that diplomatic efforts are ongoing. According to the U.S. defense officials, the incident involved Iranian forces targeting a U.S. naval vessels escorting commercial ships through the strait, promoting a limited U.S. response. However, officials stressed that the situation did not escalate into full-scale hostilities. Trump has downplayed the severity of the clashes, describing them as not enough to break the fragile truce and suggesting that communication channels within Tehran remains open. The ceasefire, which has been repeatedly tested by periodic incidents in the region is part of an ongoing effort to prevent broader conflict between Washington and Tehran. Military analysts warn that whilst both sides appear to be avoiding full war, the repeated exchange in the Strait of Hormuz highlights the volatility of the situation and the risk of rapid escalation if diplomacy fails. Authorities says monitoring of ship and lanes in the region continues as tensions remain high but contained under the current ceasefire framework.
This is the 6 p.m. news. Let's take a recap of the major headlines.
Ghana eyes full vaccine financing by 2030. In business, global partners back Ghana's industrial reset. On international front, Trump says U.S.-Iran ceasefire still holds after clash in the Strait of Hormuz.
My name is Naadede Gugu. See you same time next week. Have a very good evening.